We will install the Git today. And after installing the Git, what we will do is we will try to push some command or some specific file to the GitHub repository. Now, I hope you guys have the brew command or the homebrew on your terminal. If not, these are the commands which I've given here. So I will paste in the description also. So this is the installation command for homebrew. And then finally, once you have the homebrew, then what you can do is you can do brew install git. So let me go back to my VS Code. I will clear the command. I will clear the file here. Put the install git. I already have a git, so hopefully this will just go and update the git on my local laptop, which is on my Mac. Yes, so I have this now. We'll say git version. Yes, and I already had a brew here. So if you don't have, you can use the command to install the brew. So the next step is to see the Git version, which I've already done. Now you can set your name and email. So this is basically used for tagging. So when you push something, it will tag with your username and the ID. So let me put it here. Let's do it one by one. So let me copy this. Okay, and then let me copy this. Okay, done. So now going forward, I have already created a repository here. So this is my repository here. Now you can go and say, okay, new repository. And on the new repository, you can say maybe test. And this should be a public repository. If it is private, it will not be available on the internet. And then you can also add a README here. And this is available here. And you can go and create a repository. Okay, so once you create a repository, this is a blank one. So we will be going into my repository, which I created here. So I will go back and I will use this specific repository to go and push the data or push the file here. Okay, so now let's go and do a clone here. So first is to create and then go and clone this. So let's go on the terminal again and say a clone. Okay, so I was able to clone my repository, and then the next step should be, yeah, go to my folder where I have the file from where I have to push. So in my case, the file path is, this is my file. This is my file path. Yes, and this is the file I want to push it. So this is where exactly I will copy this specific path, and in this specific path, I'm already there. So this should be, this is my folder here. I will just update this here, and then I already have an index.html file here. So you can create one if you don't have it, and then I will say git add index.html. So I will say git add html. Okay. Okay, so I have to be in this folder, and now what I will do is I will move my index.html file into the into DevOps folder. Okay, and now if I go inside this, yes, so this is my entire path, and we can go and update this. This is the part to index.html, and yeah, now you will say git add index.html here. Okay, so it did it, and then I will say commit. So this is done a commit, and then I have to go and push this. This is my local commit, and then I have to go and push. So when I do a push, yeah, it will ask for the authentication. So you can give your username and then password. Okay, so my password authentication is failing here. So give me a minute. Okay, so going back to my, there is one good learning here. If you see here, the reason I was getting an error because the password authentication has been removed here from August 13, 2021. So what I've done is I have I did a creation of a new access token. So the way you can do it, you can go on your profile and go to settings. On the settings, you can go on the uh, developer settings, and here you can create your personal token here. So you can create a token. You can click on this, and then you can create a token here. And this token basically can be used for doing a push here. So I've done a token creation here, and after doing a token creation, if you see here, I was able to push here. So I did my git push origin, and I gave my username and my token here, and I was able to push here. Now uh, going back to the we can go yes, go on the repository, and in the repository, if you see, see here, the index.html is already pushed here, and I was able to push my file here and 5 minutes ago, and I can see the content here. Yes, and this is how exactly you can go and push the file to the GitHub. So I will paste all these commands on this description, so you can use and it can be handy for you guys. Thanks, guys.